Hey everyone, welcome to Coffee with Bill. Before we get started today, I want to just kind of show off this Chemex. It's got Ugandan Bugitsu medium roast coffee in it from Anchored Coffee and Roast. Some premium Java, but it's got a little Navy Chief touch to it. It's got a fouled anchor on there. You know, as a Navy Chief, you got to drink proper coffee and you got to drink it in style. And this is the way to do it. So before we get started, I got to get my Go Juice going. So yeah, now we can do this video in style. So what I want to talk to you guys today about is everyone's offended nowadays. And what are 3 things that we can do to help minimize being offended? Now, as a Navy Chief, I was around a very large and diverse group of people. There were people that came from very affluent households, people that came from some of the poorest households, people that came from middle-class America, and everything in between. There were whites, there were blacks, there were Hispanics, there were Asians. Every facet of society was in the military, in the Navy. And as a Navy Chief, we were tasked with training and leading these individuals. Now, I want to preface this by saying you are never ever going to be able to 100% eliminate offending people. That's just human nature. We're all going to be offended by something at some point or time. But I believe there are 3 things you can do that will help eliminate being offended overall. And if you're a leader, these 3 things can help you build a stronger team so that your team isn't offended as easily. So the first thing that I believe will help eliminate being offended is team building. When we build our teams and we do exercises to help strengthen that team, we become stronger as a unit. We become more cohesive. It's a byproduct of doing something together that we start learning each other. When we start learning each other, we start really seeing the character of the people that's around us. And we start understanding where they're coming from. We start understanding that sometimes what's being said, if we hear it just strictly by itself, can be taken 100% out of context and mean something totally different than what it was when you're around the person when they're saying it. A great way to really understand your people and understand where they're coming from and kind of see the character and build character is team building. This will help eliminate being offended. The second thing that I believe will help eliminate offensiveness is having common goals. When everybody is working together towards a common goal, it builds that teamwork. It builds the unity, the brotherhood, the sisterhood. It builds the team. And as a team, you become less offensive. You start cutting up more. You start having more fun. You start really seeing true people, the true inner selves, the soul of an individual. In the military, a lot of us have a common goal, or most of us should have a common goal of training to be the hammer or the precision tool, the scalpel of America. When they need military might, we can go in there and we have a toolbox full of tools that we can use as a military to get the job done. That's a common goal. We are all there to be protectors of America, to be our brother's keeper or our sister's keeper. Common goals help eliminate offensiveness. Now, not only in the military, but this definitely applies to the business world and the civilian world at large. At work, there's common goals. Sometimes we lose track of that, but as leaders, up-and-coming leaders or current leaders, setting those common goals, doing team building. And it leads into our third thing that will eliminate being offensive is the golden rule. Treat others how you would like to be treated. I believe with the golden rule, most people don't want to be offended. So it doesn't mean that you have to go around walking on eggshells because you're afraid somebody's going to be offended by what you do or what you say. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. You're going to offend somebody. But if you live your life by treating others how you would like to be treated, doing the little things, thank you, please, you're welcome, lending a helping hand. If you see somebody in distress, help them. If you see somebody at the end of your work shift that's doing some work, moving some boxes as an example, and you're about to walk out the door, take the 5 extra minutes to help them move the boxes. Those type of things help drive you towards common goals. They help build team. They create unity. The golden rule coupled with common goals and with team building, I guarantee will help make the people around you, your workspace, and including yourself, less offensive. So in a world where everybody's offended, those 3 things will help minimize being offended. So I would love to hear your feedback. If there's anything that you like from this video or that you would like to see added to maybe a future video, leave it in the comments. Let me know. I would love to hear your feedback. That's how I interact with you guys and how we can kind of change the direction of this journey. So until then, enjoy a great cup of coffee.